friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to D4, I think. We have been working on unhauling some books, so these are all going to be unhauled. There's a stack of a maybe pile that we have to do a try chapter tag with, and against my wall behind you is all the books I'm keeping, which is definitely the biggest pile. But I thought we would just jump right into this. I will leave the playlist Veda linked above, so you can go check out everything we've done for Veda, including going through the books so far. So we are going to do at least one TBR cart, but I have like 1.5 more. So we'll see how long this takes. I might potentially do all TBR carts right now. And then there's going to be a reorganization video up very soon. Remember to let me know in the comments below, like, trash every book that I talk about, or like all that you can. Trash them as harshly as you see fit. That was my friend. She's texting me, but she can wait. So I'm just gonna kind of go through. This was the top part of this TBR cart, and we're just gonna go through it real quick. So there's Stiff by Mary Roach. This is a non-fiction that I'm super excited about. It's about like the curious lives of human cadavers. Then there's Group, How One Therapist in a Circle of Strangers Saved My Life by Christy Tate. This one is one that I'm super excited for. I just haven't been in the mood for a nonfiction. The Anatomy of Motive by John Douglas and Mark Olshacker. This is another one I'm keeping. There's Burn Town by Jennifer McMahon. I'm gonna unhaul this one. I really was trying to collect all the Jennifer McMahon books because Gabby really likes Jennifer McMahon, but I read The Winter People by this author, and like it was okay for me, but I'm just not gonna worry about it. Then The Answer Is by Alex Trebek. I'm actually currently reading this, but it's really hard to read. I have a lot of memories associated with like Jeopardy, especially with my grandfather. We would watch Jeopardy together, and like Alex Trebek made Jeopardy what it was. And I know I didn't know him in real life, but in a lot of ways I felt like I knew him in a way. And I know that sounds weird, but I have put this down for a little bit, but eventually I would love to finish this. Then there's Darlene Rose Gold by Stephanie Robble. I'm going to unhaul this one too. I tried to read it. I didn't really care for the writing, but honestly, I think I only got it because it was really hyped on BookTube a couple years ago. I don't really care. It's fine. Then there's Wasted by Maria Hornbacher. This is a memoir of anorexia and bulimia. I'm very interested in finishing that or reading it. I mean, The Untold Lives of the Women Killed by Jack the Ripper by Haley Rubenhold. I'm definitely going to be keeping that. Mystic River by Dennis Lehan. I don't know what this book is about. When they were children, Sean, Jimmy, and Dave were friends, but then a strange car pulled up to their street. One boy got in the car, two did not, and something terrible happened. Something that ended their friendship and changed all three boys forever. 25 years later, Sean is a homicide detective. Jimmy is an ex-con who owns a corner store, and Dave is trying to hold his marriage together and keep his demons at bay, demons that urge him to do terrible things. When Jimmy's daughter is found murdered, Sean is assigned to the case. His investigation brings him into conflict with Jimmy, who finds his old criminal impulses tempt him to solve the crime. I'm going to unhaul this one. I don't need it. Then there's The Body by Stephen King. This one follows this group of 4 boys that finds this dead body along the railroad tracks when they're outside. And I don't know what happens after that, but we'll give it a shot. The Appeal by Janice Hallett. To be honest with you, I've tried to read this and I'm not loving it, but it is for a project that I'm doing on my channel, so I am going to keep it for now. Then we have Darling by Rachel Edwards. Dream Husband, Nightmare Stepdaughter. This one sounds like a thriller where the stepdaughter is not happy that dad is getting married again. But she wants nothing to do with stepmom, and she might even try to kill stepmom, so I want to read that one. The Other Guest by Helen Cooper. This is one that I'm going to unhaul. It's some kind of thriller, but I can never remember what it's about, and I've read the back of the book so many times. Every Marriage Has Them. Lies, Lies, Lies by Adele Parks. So this can be like a domestic type of thriller, and I occasionally like those, so I will keep that. Just Married by Kirsten Moglen. Again, I'm going to keep that one. There's Faker and Simmer Down, both by Sarah Smith. They're not part of the same series, but I will be putting this on the maybe pile. Then there's The Plus One by Maisie Eddings. Warning, falling for your childhood nemesis can cause complications of the heart. It takes place at a wedding, which I usually like. It's a romance. I will also try a chapter. It feels like I'm trying the first chapter of most of the romances. Do you notice that too? Replay by Ken Grimwood. Replay by Ken Grimwood. I have tried to unhaul this and then I saved it, but like I'm really not interested because I don't know what it is. I think that the reason I saved it was because I think there's like a Groundhog Day effect in here, and this guy gets to keep replaying his life. But like, I don't know. I just don't care. The Rewind by Alison Wynne Scotch. This is like a second chance romance. And at one point it did, I think it's like 1999, and I think there's some kind of magical element where they go back in time or something. But that one does sound intriguing to me. Alright. Then there's Idlewood by Nick Sagan. He has no memory. So there is the memory trope, which I really love. So I'm going to put that on the maybe pile as well. What She Gave Away by Catherine Riggs. I think this is a revenge thriller. which I haven't read enough of to know if I like that or not. The one I've read, I did like. You know what? I'll put that on the maybe pile as well. You know what? I think... Oh, we still have more. I'm just kidding. Okay. So, I'm going to get rid of Marlboro Cook Like a Man. That was in a box of books that I was gonna unbox with you. I filmed it and everything, but then I never edited it or posted it or anything. Just because, like, I ended up just selling most of what was there, so I kind of felt like it was pointless to show you my unboxing when most of it just wasn't for me anyway. I mean, I got like the whole good collection of Agatha Christie that I ended up selling and a bunch of cool stuff, but it just wasn't for me. So I unhauled all of them immediately. So I didn't see the point in actually going through with that video. But I think that's the last thing I have that was in that. There's Miracle Creek by Angie Kim. I will definitely be keeping that because I've read it and I love it. Girl 11 by Amy Suter Clark. This does have a podcast. And, like, that part of it I think I would like. But I don't know anything else about it. I know there's a true crime podcast. So, you know what? I will put that in the maybe pile. Cul-de-sac by Joy Fielding. I might have a project that I want to do with that book, so I'll keep that. Long Bright River by Liz Moore. I just bought this, but I have read it in the past, and I enjoyed it. It's kind of like a literary mystery. So it's very slow, but I did enjoy it. The Night Swim by Megan Golding. My favorite Megan Golding. I really liked Stay Awake too, though. But there's that, so I will be keeping it. Then there's Watch the Girls by Jennifer Wolfe. I think this follows like a reality star who is being stalked. So that sounds amazing. So I'm going to keep that one too. Okay, so that's that entire shelf. Let's see. I think we could do... Okay, it's only been 12 minutes. So I think we could at least knock out this one over here. I'm going to put this over here in the keep pile. And then we will finish off this one and see how we're doing on time. We might just knock out the third one too. So at one point, these were all organized really nicely. They all had different things on each one. Like this was my big books on the bottom. This was middle grade and young adult books that are still on my TBR. So I think this one is kind of the same as what it started as, but let's go here. You don't need to watch me do this, so I'm just gonna speed it up. Empty. Perfect. So we have these two stacks of middle grade and young adult, and then the bottom is the big books that I have. But I don't even think that they're all the big books, so. Trust Me, I'm Lying by Mary Elizabeth Summer. This follows a con artist. It's a young adult thriller. But see, it says, so it's a young adult thriller about a con artist. And the blurb says, a sexy love triangle and madcap mystery. I loved this book. But like, who wants their young adult books to be sexy? I definitely don't. I'm just gonna unhaul it. Like, I think it's all because that blurb called it sexy, and like, I'm just a 30-year-old woman. I don't want to read about sexy 15-year-olds. Like, no, why? Okay, the Echo Room is one that I just got. I didn't realize it was young adult when I got it. I'm gonna keep this one just because I think it might be good. There's Throwaway Girls. Everything started with the body at the edge of the lake. I know that now. You know, I'm gonna unhaul this one too. Yeah, it's okay. I don't need it. What I Carry by Jennifer Longo. This follows a foster kid, and that's the only reason I want to read it. I would rather read nonfiction on the topic of foster kids and things. I don't need that. This song will save your life. I only kept it because Kayla from Books and La recommended it years ago. A Night Twice as Long by Andrew Simmet. This one does have, like, good autism rep. Yeah. So, this follows Alex, whose brother has autism, and he was removed from the house because of that. I'm not entirely sure why. But, yeah, I will be keeping that one because that sounds amazing. The Illuminae Files by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This has no business being on my TBR. This is sci-fi, it's young adult, and it's completely off-brand for me. But for some reason, I want to read this beast. I don't know if I'm going to finish the whole series or not because I haven't read the first one, but I want to read the first one and see if that series is one that I would like. How to Keep Rolling After a Fall. How to Keep Rolling After a Fall. The party was at her house. The photos were posted from her Facebook account. That was all the evidence anyone needed to condemn Nikki for a horrific cyberbullying incident. Now she's been expelled from her school, her friends have abandoned her, and even her parents can't look her in the eye. With her plans for the future destroyed, Nikki resigns herself to being the girl everyone hates. But when she meets Pax, a spirited wheelchair rugby player who knows what it's like when one mistake shatters your life, he shows her that everyone deserves a second chance and everyone deserves to be loved. That one sounds cute. Okay, fine. I'll put it in my maybe pile. This whole series is young adult. It's a young adult dystopian series. Matched, Crossed, Reached. For some reason, I really want to read that too. I can't explain why. But that series just feels like something I need in my life. Then we have, there's 3 of these. I don't know where the third one is. Oh, right here. There's 3 Molly Moon. There's 3 Molly Moon books. Molly Moon, Hypnotic Time Adventure, Molly Moon's Incredible Book of Hypnotism, and Molly Moon Stops the World. I loved these when I was a kid, so I really want to reread them. I have since unhauled them to my classroom. There's Deanie by Judy Bloom. Honestly, this one's only on my TBR to see if it's good enough for my students, but you know what? My students have a lot of books. I'll just get rid of that one. The Extraordinary Adventures of Alfred Kropp by Rick Yancey is one that I really want to read because I liked Rick Yancey with the Fifth Wave. So I want to see if I like all of his stuff. Then there's Small Steps by Liv Satcher. This is the second in the Holes series. Did you know there were more than one book? And I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. I did not know there were more in that series. I thought it was a standalone. So this follows Armpit 2 years after Holes. The Mysterious Benedict Society by Trenton Lee Stewart. This one I'm going to keep. School of Fear is one that I just got, so I'm going to keep that. The Ghost of Greylock, again, just got. Rules by Cynthia Lord. Honestly, I just wanted to read it to see if it was good for my students. 12-year-old Catherine just wants a normal life, which is near impossible when you have a brother with autism. Yeah, I'll keep it. That sounds good. Inkspell is actually the second in a series. This starts with Inkheart. I have the first one. I'm going to be reading them sometime soon, hopefully. Surviving the Applewhites. Aw, this one's gonna be sad. So I guess I'll try that one too. Okay, now we're on the last 4, which are all big books. That's why they were on the bottom. By a Thread and Forever Never by Lucy Score. I recently found Lucy Score and just want to continue my deep dive into that. Billy Summers by Stephen King. I think this is a private investigator one. No, he's an assassin. He's a hitman. I'm gonna try it. And then The Pledge by Rob Keane is one that I've been really interested in, but I'm scared because it's a big book. Let's see. I think I'm going to stop there, and then we'll do this last cart in the next video tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next video. So we're keeping all these. We got rid of a few, like 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I got 9. Okay, I got rid of 9 books from my 2 carts. And then I added 2, 4, 6, 7 to my maybe pile. My maybe pile might have to be tri-chapter, like it might be divided into 2 videos. We'll have to see.